If you were in Port Colborne on Saturday, you probably heard quite the ruckus. No need to be alarmed. It was Niagara's very own rock band Ruckus performing at Don Cherry's for a very special cause.
Ruckus started back actually as a band called FOR. That was around 1970. And in the early 70s, with a few band member changes, they did develop Ruckus around 1972 with original member Dennis Alward, who's no longer with us anymore, but always greatest guy, greatest singer. And actually Al Carpenter, who's with us tonight, and Kevin, with Keith McDonald, and Keith is no longer with us. So that was the original Ruckus in the early 70s.
And what brought the band back together?
Actually, I was just sitting at home one time in rain out of the blue. It was last winter, January. He just texted me, said, hey, it's our 40th anniversary, let's get the band back together. And I said, okay. Took me about 5 seconds, and because he was talking to Kevin and Bruce, and Kevin is the vital member of Ruckus because he was the founder. And when Kevin was in and Bruce and Rain were in, I said, gladly, this will be great.
So tell me about tonight's event. What's all going on tonight?
Well, tonight we just got the guys together, some past members of Ruckus, and basically I heard the charity. I heard KK on Giant FM. She was mentioning about this charity of a lady doing it right out of her house, senior dogs, and it's private, right? So they need basically the help. They're not getting any government help. She's doing it all on her own. So I figured, you know, I mentioned it to the guys. They're all great animal lovers, and I said, why don't we do a benefit and have a little party at the same time? So here we are, and we're doing both at once.
Angel's Rest is a dog sanctuary for older, handicapped, and sick dogs that have nowhere else to go.
What made you begin Angel's Rest?
I just saw that there was a need in the Niagara area. A lot of older people are moving back to our area, and they're bringing what I call their fuzzies with them. And they're going into rest homes, or they're dying, and their fuzzies are left in the apartments or in their houses. And they're too old. They go to the Humane Society. The Humane Society can't, they do a wonderful job, but they cannot rehabilitate a 15-year-old poodle or pug or 12-year-old Chihuahua. You know, and some of them come with health problems that need Angel's Rest. I started this in 2008, and last year I said to my daughter, I can't do this anymore. It's just too expensive. So then she said, well, we'll have to go public and hope that the public will help us with some of this. And they have. We've had a couple of fundraisers we did very well with. It's been in the paper a few times. So, and a lot of people have dropped off stuff to help. You know, dog food. One of our biggest needs is canned dog food, because most of our dogs have no teeth. We try not to turn anybody away. Most of my dogs come from the Humane Societies. Like Niagara Falls called me a few weeks ago and said they had a little poodle. And I says, well, I'm kind of full right now. I've got 10 dogs. And she said, well, this is just a half a dog. It only weighs 3 pounds. And I said, okay, I'll come and get her. So we usually try to keep it between 10 and 12 because these dogs are all on medications and special diets, and you know, it's a lot of looking after.
How did the relationship with Ruckus come together?
Well, what happened was we had a fundraiser, and then I was in the Toronto Star, and I got this phone call from Terry from Ruckus, and he said, we'd like to have a benefit for you. And I said, well, that would be absolutely wonderful. And it's just grown from there. It's been all Ruckus. They've done it all. You know, I just have to turn up.
And have fun.
Yeah.
We're all middle-aged now. But you know what it did? It brought out people we haven't seen in 30, 40 years. And music back then, we didn't have computers, we didn't have cell phones. So music was a unifying factor. And when we saw the people and what it meant to them, because, you know, let's face it, when you're 17, 16, 18, no matter what age in Port Colborne, back in the 70s, Ruckus was the band. Everyone knew Ruckus. Everyone would support Ruckus, and what it did is it brought back people. It just brings back good times, because let's face it, everyone enjoyed the 70s, everyone enjoyed the 80s, and basically that's what it's all about.
So we are interviewing Ruckus after, and if you'd like to send them a message, what would you like to say to them?
I'd like to say thank you very much for recognizing our need and going to all this work to be able to help us out.
Oh, thanks for supporting us. You know, this is all in fun. If we put a smile on your face and bring back old friends, that's what it's all about. Hopefully, you know, take you back, because we're getting at an age where, you know, when you're in your 60s, you've seen friends pass on, you've seen sickness. We're all healthy, we're all here, and we're going to celebrate what we have for now, and hopefully we can do it again sometime.
You've heard the expression, you can't come home again. A Ruckus has proven that you can always come back for a visit. The band and their fans have came together for a very special cause.